I'm representing Mike Noel. I represent San Juan County and 6 other rural counties. I've been in office for 14 years. I've been reelected 8 times now. And I've been elected by 70% of the people at most of these elections. I feel strongly what's happening here today is wrong. And what will happen, I'm sure, this week by our president. Why is that? Because the law says that the disposition of the public lands is in control of the Congress of the United States. The Antiquities Act of 1906 was put into place to protect small areas of antiquity by President Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. Since that time, we've had numerous environmental laws passed, including ARPA and NEPA and the Federal Land Policy Management Act, the Organic Act, Threatened and Endangered Species Act. There are more than enough laws and regulations in place to protect every single artifact in San Juan County, including the Bears Ears. That can be done. This is nothing but the same thing that happened 20 years ago with the Grand Staircase, Escalante National Monument. This will be tested in the Supreme Court of the United States, I promise you, if it's made, and it will be reversed. There's no question about it, because it's never been tested before. Those groups and those NGOs and their sponsors that lock this land up and continue to deal with take away the rights of local citizens and the rights of the sovereign state of Utah, you will lose this right to use this Antiquities Act. I promise you that. So you have overreached. I've seen it with the Grand Staircase. It'll happen with the Bears Ears. These lands can be protected. They have to be managed. They can't just be set aside. You have to continue to respect the rights of people out there to gather wood, to hunt, to use the roads, to use the grazing resources, all the things they want to do. We have national parks. There's a different mission for national park. This is not a national park. It's 1.9 million acres of land. We have 2/3 of the land in the state of Utah that's now controlled by the federal government. There's supposed to be state input into this. It says it right in the law. The original sagebrush rebellion that took place back in the 70s, before Senator Hatch came into play with Ronald Reagan, who said he was a sagebrush rebel, by the way, Senator Hatch. That original act was a compromise to say that local and county plans and state plans will be, to the greatest extent possible, respected by the federal government. It's not being respected. It's been taken away. So I promise you, if you make this decision today, Mr. President, you will see a Supreme Court and a new Supreme Court. A Supreme Court that will believe in the Constitution of the United States and the 10th Amendment and the rights of the states of Utah to be sovereign and say what happens in the boundaries of their state.